Yo, what's going on everybody? Hope you're all having a great day today. So before we get into today's video, if you wouldn't mind checking the links down in the description, I stream on Twitch just about every single day at 7:30 p.m. EST. I got my Twitter down there, my Discord server where we have a lot of fun discussions. I do polls on what kind of games you guys want to play on stream, what kind of videos you guys want to see sometimes. We got memes over there, all that kind of shit. So if you're interested, again, all the links are down in the description. I greatly appreciate you checking them out. So Battlefield dropped a preview for Season 1 already and let us know everything we're getting in the season, which is pretty fucking crazy. So I kind of want to break it down, discuss it, talk about whether we think it's enough content, if the content looks good. So I got the blog post pulled up right here and I'm just going to go over it and hopefully we can get some good discussion going in the comments. So first of all, Season 1 is launching on October 28th, so only a little over 2 weeks after the game launches. Pretty fucking wild. I didn't expect it to come so soon after the launch, but I mean, I'm not really going to complain. They could give themselves a bit more time, in my opinion, but I'm not going to complain either way. So I'll have the image they gave us on screen right now, but it looks like we're getting 2 new maps and a map variant for like a festive winter event. But the 2 brand new maps look pretty interesting. We got Blackwell Fields and Eastwood. Eastwood coming out on November 16th and Blackwell Fields coming out at the launch of Season 1. And then also with the launch, we have a new mode called Strike Point, which is apparently designed for 4v4. I don't really know what that's about. I don't really give a shit about a 4v4 mode, but just in case any of you guys do, they say Strike Point is an intense small team tactical mode where a squad fights another squad across multiple rounds to capture a key objective. There's only 1 life each round, so make it count. So it sounds like this is basically Battlefield Search and Destroy from COD. Personally, I'm not really into competitive modes anymore. I played Rainbow Six Siege for 5 years straight. That was literally like the only game I played, so I kind of burnt myself out on being competitive in these kind of games anymore. So I don't really give a shit about a 4v4 mode, but I'm sure that's very exciting for people who do want a competitive style mode in this game. Next up for the launch of Season 1, we have the APC Traverser Mark II land vehicle. So they say this armored personnel carrier seats 4, 1 driver, 1 roof gunner, and 2 backseat passenger side gunners, serving mostly as an infantry support vehicle. So this just basically sounds like an IFV. So nothing really special there if you ask me, but moving on, we have the first weapon that we're going to talk about for the launch of Season 1, which is the SOAR 300C carbine rifle. So the description for it was a low rate of fire subcompact carbine chambered in the higher damage 300 blackout ammunition compared to the platform's 5.56 version. So I don't really know what this weapon's real life counterpart is. I know that's definitely not the real life name of the weapon, and it's hard to tell from the graph that they gave us with all the content laid out. So I don't really know what the real life counterpart is, but sounds fucking dope, dude. So the next weapon that they mention is called the Minifix sniper rifle. Dude, these games are getting fucking stupid, I'm not gonna lie. But their description of it just says, remember the Scout Elite, I believe from Counter-Strike Global Offensive? Then consider this lightweight bolt-action sniper rifle designed for the aggressive recon soldier a quote-unquote mini-fix to your needs. I'm glad we're getting a new sniper rifle and it looks like it's meant for aggressive play, but why are we doing this corny shit, DICE? Come on now. I did really like the way sniping felt in the beta though, so I am excited that we're getting a new sniper rifle right off the rip in Season 1. And hopefully it's not a busted quickscoping machine when it comes out. So next up we got the GGH-22 sidearm. So I guess we're getting a new pistol right off the rip too. And they say a high capacity, high fire rate, and low damage pistol meant to bail out a soldier when their primary, and in the case of assault, both their primaries run dry. It's pretty interesting that we're getting a new pistol right off the rip, and it kinda almost seems like it might be a full auto secondary or like a burst secondary. Maybe not, maybe it just has a really high fire rate cap, but that's kind of the way they make it sound, like a full auto pistol with like a drum mag or something. We're also even going to be getting new attachments in Season 1. So we're getting the rail cover and the LPVO. They say available for a variety of rifles and light machine guns. These 2 attachments, the rail cover and the low powered variable optic, strange, are the first of several to drop after launch to make you rethink how you spend those attachment points. I'm glad we're getting new attachments post-launch. I'm really curious what the low-powered variable optic is. I'm not really sure what that means, and I don't know necessarily what the rail cover is going to do either. I'm not huge in my knowledge on weaponry in real life, so if you guys know what the rail cover actually does, at least in real life, let me know down in the comments, inform me. So in the second part of Season 1, we're getting that previously previously mentioned Eastwood map, and they say that it supports all combat sizes, land vehicles, and helicopters. And the description they gave is, as a part of a coordinated strike across the west coast of the United States, the Pax Armada sleeper agents embedded in the Eastwood community, a sleepy, affluent suburb connected to a golf course, are activated. It looks like a cool map, and I like the idea of having it connected to a golf course. We haven't really seen anything like that in Battlefield before, at least that I can remember. The next thing we got in Phase 2 of Season 1 will be the Sabotage mode, designed for 8v8 combat. Another mode that I don't really give a shit about. I'll probably try it, but I don't really give a shit about these smaller modes. But their description of it says, destroy as many sites as possible before the round time finishes. Use your creativity and your arsenal to do so. Each team has one round each to go on offense and defense. The team who successfully detonates the most sites wins. Notice with this mode, they don't specify that you only have one life per round. So I think this is basically just search with respawns and twice as many players. And if I'm not mistaken, this exact same mode pretty much was in Battlefield 4, but it was called Demolition or something, or like Obliteration. Either way, again, I'm glad that's there for the people that want this kind of shit, but personally, I don't really care about the smaller modes. And like I said, I'll try it, but it's definitely not going to be my main thing. I'm going to be mainly sticking to Conquest and Rush and Breakthrough and that kind of shit. Now, this next bit is something that I do care about, and I'm really excited about it. So battle pickups are finally making a return to Battlefield, and their description says, veterans will be familiar with battle pickups. Unlike weapons that appear in a loadout, battle pickups are high-tech, powerful weaponry that are limited in ammo and availability throughout a given map. Where will these pickups live exactly? That's up to you and your squad to find out. So I've always loved the battle pickup system in these games, and just in case you guys haven't played the older games very much, like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1, I'm going to put up images on screen of some of the battle pickups. In Battlefield 1, they were more like, I think they were more called elite classes, because you would actually get a full loadout and like different armor and shit. It was crazy. But in Battlefield 4 too, we had a lot of really creative battle pickups, and they were really fun to use a lot of the time, so I really hope we can get the same kind of thing in Battlefield 6. Moving on from the battle pickups though, we have the DB12 shotgun, and the description says a dual barrel pump action shotgun that feeds from two different tubes. One trigger pull fires a shell or slug from one barrel, a second trigger pull fires the other. Then the pump action rechambers both barrels. I'm pretty sure we've seen this weapon in the past in other Battlefield games like Battlefield 3 and 4. I'm not really a huge fan of shotguns, so do with this information what you will. If you guys love shotguns, I hope you're happy with this one. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this weapon because I'm not really a huge shotgun user like I just said, so moving on. Next up, we have the M327 Trait Sidearm. Very weird name for a pistol, but alright dice. The description says, high damage with a low rate of fire. This 8-round revolver is strong up close with a considerable damage drop-off compared to its 44 Magnum comrade. Oddly enough, it seems like they're showing a lot of love to people who like sidearms in this season. I mean, that's 2 pistols in one season. That's pretty interesting, but I love these hand cannon style pistols anyway, so I'm not going to complain about this. I hope that it's decent, but I almost have this feeling that since it supposedly has a much higher damage drop off compared to the 44 Magnum, that the Magnum is still going to end up being better for most use cases. Next up, we have the Slim Hand Stop attachment, and their description says the third attachment to come in Season 1. This grip offers an alternative choice for underbarrel choices with its unique blend of ergonomic and handling changes. I honestly really like that we're already seeing 3 attachments come in Season 1. I'm never going to complain about having more attachments, you know, unless they're just like completely goofy and stupid and just utterly useless. Now, the rest of this blog post is literally just about the Winter Festive event and asking people to pre-order, and I don't really give a shit about the event all that much because it's just including an Empire State variant covered in snow, and I think Empire State is probably the worst map in the game, or at least the worst that we've been able to play so far. It literally just reminds me of a Modern Warfare 2019 domination map. But the only thing of note for me personally is that we're getting a new melee weapon, the Ice Climbing Axe, and their description says designed to make an enemy's blood run cold or pick through more delicate environmental pieces. Expect this new melee tool to complement this category typically reserved for knives and the sledgehammer. Now, I'm also not really a big melee guy, but I do appreciate unique melee weapons, and this sounds like exactly that. I think it's pretty funny that we're getting an Ice Climbing Axe as a melee weapon, and like I said, I'm not going to complain about about unique melee weapons. I'm all for that. But I wonder if we're going to get any maps in this game like we had in Battlefield 4, where some maps that were ice and snow themed, you could pick up icicles and melee people with them. I would honestly love to see shit like that return in this game. All in all though, I think this is looking like it's going to be a pretty decent first season. This is more content than we got in like any season of 2042 or even Battlefield 5, I believe, so that's definitely a step up. Like, this is the amount of content I would expect from a season in Battlefield, you know what I mean? But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think this is enough content? Do you think we need more content per season? How do you feel about the weapons they're adding? How do you feel about the winter festive event? How do you feel about the maps that they're adding? Let me know all those thoughts and opinions down in the comments section. Again, for me personally, this is the amount of content I would expect from a season in Battlefield, and I'm pretty happy with it. But I know some people might think differently, so let me know what you guys think down in the comments. That's probably going to be it for me this video though. Again, if you guys haven't already, check the links down in the description. I stream on Twitch just about every single day starting at 7:30 p.m. EST. The launch of Battlefield 6 on October 10th is going to be a bit different though. I'm going to be live like as soon as the servers go up, and I'm going to be streaming it most of the day. So come hang out, squad up with us. Again, we'd love to have you. We have a lot of great people over there and we're always welcoming new people. With all that being said, I'll catch y'all later. Stay wacky out there. Peace.